Howdy music fans, thanks for joining me today. I'm going to do another Unsung Heroes video. This is Unsung Heroes of Texas Country Rock. Doug Sahm. Who also goes by Sir Douglas Quintet, Sir Doug Sahm Band, Doug Sahm, all kinds of things. Anyway, a lot of collections here, and a lot of his stuff from different albums gets thrown together from different bands like Sir Douglas Quintet and so on. So this is the first one, the prime of Sir Douglas Quintet, and I love this guy's voice, I gotta say. Love his voice. Great singer, great writer. Doug Sahm and the Sir Douglas Quintet, 1968 to 75. Another collection. I guess I can also show booklets. I didn't think about that. Here's the first one. Real great Texas rocker, Texas country rocker. This sounds like Louie Louie, but better. He's done a lot of material, this guy. Not sure when he died. I believe it was the 80s or later, I'm going to say. Here's a Rhino collection, Doug Sahm and Friends, the best of Doug Sahm's Atlantic sessions. I believe Bob Dylan's on this and a bunch of other friends, and probably Jim Keltner and God knows who else. Leon Russell might be in this crew, not sure. He also does a Dylan song on this, Wallflower. Love the guitar too. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I just have the iPod on shuffle for Doug Sahm, so there you have it. This is one of those 3 albums on 1 CD or 3 albums on 2 CDs sets. Doug Sahm and Band, Texas Tornado, and Groover's Paradise. He also gets into some kind of jazzy, funky stuff as well sometimes. And you know, he does blues, he does rock, he does country, he does some great stuff with accordion. It's got a real weird, tinny kind of keyboard sound on some of his stuff that just sounds cheesy and goofy, but really fits well with his material, like on, I guess some of his more famous ones, like Mendocino and Is Anybody Going to San Antone? Hopefully one of those will come on. But you can look those up too. Another one, 3 albums on 2 CDs, Hell of a Spell, Nuevo Wave Live, and Texas Hero. Very big into that Texas identity, Texas scene. Another great rocker, writer from Texas. Hey, look at that, Texas. What do you know? I'm singing about it right now. And there is a documentary, I believe, on Prime or Netflix. I saw it on somewhere online of him, and it was wonderful. Really enjoyed that. I'll get these in order here as I put them back. I believe I have these in chronological order. I always try to do that. This one might not be in the right place, but it might be. Texas Radio and the Big Beat. Recorded live, Liberty Hall, Houston, Texas, August 15th, 1974. Now this one is 2 shows, 73 at Bayou Cafe in Philadelphia in 73, and then the other one I already said in Liberty Hall in Houston in 74. And I've only listened to disc 1 so far. I wasn't thrilled with it, I will admit. It sounded a little out of tune, out of key, and the fiddle player on it was definitely having some trouble with tone, it sounded like to me, but I bought it online thinking I might like it, and it's okay. You know, I haven't listened to disc 2, so maybe disc 2 is better. Disc 2 is a lot shorter, 8 songs on it as opposed to 15, almost half the length. We'll see about that one. This one is a later one, Sir Douglas Quintet, Daydreaming at Midnight. And but another one that's still in the vein of what he does. You know, he didn't change a whole lot. He did a blues album, which I have in here somewhere. And he did some kind of harder rock stuff, I believe, but mostly he stayed true to his very organic, rootsy, original sound. Some nice organ there. Not the sound I was talking about earlier. I'll mention if it comes up. Sir Douglas Quintet Stockholm Broadcast, 1983, featuring Doug Sahm. And this was one of those things that you find in the record store and you don't really know if it's a bootleg or not. I believe I've listened to this one and liked it. Some of these I've gotten just this year and don't know them as well. But I just love the band's, you know, I just love his sound in general. His rockers, his country, even some of his slow stuff I like. This is Doug Sahm presents the Texas Mavericks. Who are these masked men? And the Masked Men live in Bremen, 1987. And I believe he sings lead on most of this. He's part of the band, basically. Another one of these where I just kind of went goofy one day, looking around online and checking stuff out, and so I bought this that I didn't have. And I like this one a lot, I believe, if I remember correctly. I'm listening to so much music now and so fast that it's hard to remember all of it. Like when I was a kid, I listened to records over and over and over and over, so they are cemented in my brain still now. You know, some of them 40 years later and 30 years later. But now I listen to a lot of music because I'm just exploring so much. So I listen to stuff once or twice and then I move on. But I will settle down and get back to all of this. Doug Sahm, aka the Texas Tornado, Get a Life. Doug Sahm, The Return of Wayne Douglas. Some of these, like I say, I can't speak to. I just remember listening to them and liking them. The only one I can remember not liking is that first live disc in that Texas Radio and the Big Beat set. So far. Okay, this one is one of the newer ones. Jukebox Music and the Last Real Texas Blues Band, like I mentioned before. These came out, this says, well, that's as a CD, when it was actually released, or recorded, I should say. Every time I listen to him, I just remember how much I love him. Makes me feel good. Anyway, there's this one, two albums on 2 CDs. And these are later, like I say, I don't remember. It says 2003, but I'm sure he's passed away not much, but I'm pretty sure he passed away before the 2000s. I could be wrong, but I don't think he was recording in the 2000s. I think he died kind of prematurely, kind of young. This I got just because it was there, you know. It's Rhino collection, out of print. You can't find it, and I saw it there. And I have most, if not all of this already, but I thought, that belongs to me. I should have that. So I got it, and it's a beautiful set. Because, you know, Rhino puts together beautiful sets. They are experts at the compilation. Beautiful booklet. I mean, that's... You know, there's a lot going on there, a lot of pages, great pictures, information. Yeah, this is 28-page, it's a 30-page book. He just comes up with such great melodies. Beautiful melodies. I highly recommend watching the documentary on him on streaming TV. It's probably Netflix or Prime. And this has the Doug Sahm Band, which I already showed you in another collection. But I think it's got a lot of stuff added onto it as well. And then this one, Texas Tornado. Boy, there's a lot of things called Texas Tornado when it comes to Doug Sahm. Speaking of which, we'll get to that in a moment. The Sir Douglas Band, Texas Tornado. Is that one of those ones I had earlier? I feel like it is in a double or triple. Yeah, those are both on here. And then he does some kind of Mexican sounding stuff as well, like this. That's just wonderful. He's so good at it. Trumpets, beautiful trumpets. He some nice accordion sometimes, and that goofy keyboard sound that I haven't heard yet. And he had a super band, a super group. Oh, here's Sir Doug and the Texas Tornadoes, Country Rock for Texas Rollers. I had to download this and buy it online because it's like, I don't know, you can't find it for under $100 or something goofy like that. But anyway, that's the Doug Sahm. And then he had this band with who is all in this? Freddie Fender, Flaco Jimenez, and who was the other? The fourth guy. This is like, you know, basically a super group of, I don't know where all, probably Texas musicians, most likely. But you know, Flaco Jimenez has done a lot of work with Ry Cooder and a lot of his own work. All right, I'll figure out who these guys are in one of these CDs. Anyway, Texas Tornadoes. I think I have all of their CDs, but I'm not sure. The first one is just called Texas Tornadoes, and it is wonderful. And they do plenty of their own stuff and plenty of covers, and they do stuff they sing it in Mexican or Spanish, and they sing it in English, and they're all over the place. Wonderful stuff. There's the little booklet. I guess I didn't show you the booklet. Sorry. This one might have some of that goofy keyboard sound. Nice accordion. Fiddle. Boy, the whole gambit. All right, Texas Tornadoes, 4 Aces, I believe this one's called. I got some weird cut up version of it. Hey. This is it. What a version of Is Anybody Going to San Antone? One of his bigger tunes. Hey, is that produced by Jim Dickinson? He's done some work with the Rolling Stones. Doug Sahm, Freddie Fender, Flaco Jimenez, and Augie Myers. Oh yeah, Augie Myers. Phoenix, Arizona. Love his melodies. They're the known Zone of Our Own, Texas Tornadoes, another one. I did say Jim Keltner, didn't I? I don't know if he's on here, any of these or not, but I wonder who their drummer is, because none of those guys play drums. Let's see, who is their drummer? Texas Tornadoes. Let's see. I don't see Jim Keltner's name. I bet he's on one of these somewhere. I bet he's played with Doug Sahm. He's played with everybody. Anyway, this is about Doug Sahm. And here is Texas Tornadoes, Hanging On by a Thread. 'cause I can't forget I've ever known her. All right, Texas Tornadoes live from the Limo Volume 1. This is the last one, Texas Tornadoes. And they all sing, you know, they all take their turns, like with the Traveling Wilburys, that kind of thing. That's like, you know, some songs Doug Sahm sings, some Freddie Fender sings. Whoa, look at all those postcards. Some Flaco Jimenez sings. I don't know if Augie Myers sings any, but that's kind of cool, isn't it? I don't think I've even looked at that yet. This is another new one. I have listened to it, and I do like it. But, yeah. Okay, that is it, folks, for Doug Sahm and Texas Tornadoes and Doug Sahm and all of his crazy configurations. Please subscribe, like, and leave comments. I'd love to hear what you think of Doug Sahm and listen to him. Check him out. I'll put some links of some favorite songs in the comments. All right, thanks. Have a good day. Bye.